Final Fantasy XIV is a game that has experienced exceptional highs in the year 2021, but that wasn't always the case. When this game originally launched, it was nothing like the game we play today, because the original launch of Final Fantasy XIV had some serious issues, with a lackluster story to say the least. Graphical issues that stemmed from Square Enix using an in-house engine called Crystal Tools, which is the same engine that the Final Fantasy XIII trilogy was created on, and having a battle system that competes for worst in the series. So with hindsight, we can see why this game failed, but as of right now, all of these issues have been fixed or removed. So for players old and new, let me give you a summary of how Final Fantasy XIV came to be the game that we all know and love. Starting with development back in 2005, Final Fantasy XIV 1.0 was released in 2010, and let's just say, for a lack of better words, critics and fans were not enjoying the game. So in the meantime, while they thought about what to do with the disaster in front of them, the subscription fees were suspended. Then eventually, higher-ups at Square Enix decided to bring in Naoki Yoshida as the director and producer to overhaul the title with his experience on Dragon Quest X, a Japanese exclusive MMO, and hopefully save the company, because if you don't know, Final Fantasy XIV 1.0 was a giant financial disaster that could have bankrupted Square Enix. So Yoshida came up with a plan that nobody has ever had when it comes to game development. They were going to continue making content for players who were still enjoying 1.0, but in the background the team was going to develop a brand new MMO from the ground up, replacing everything in the game from the graphics to the battle system and making the story of 1.0 backstory for the new starting point of 2.0. So after 2 years of a stressful development cycle, A Realm Reborn was released to praise from everyone who tried it, especially after the disastrous launch of 1.0, and this crazy development period would also explain why A Realm Reborn has more main story quests than any other expansion, because at some point they were going to have to think about what came after, which was Heavensward, and this is where a lot of people felt the game truly started. Moving into its regular development cycle, giving us Stormblood, Shadowbringers, and the upcoming Endwalker, and there's a small reminder of this in the game with the event called The Rising, with Naoki Yoshida himself thanking us players, appreciating the fact that we would give this game a shot after its horrible launch, and talking about his drive of wanting to see Final Fantasy XIV become successful after arriving on the team as a stranger to the people he was working with, saying that the game not only survived but thrived due to the work of developers and fans together, telling us players he'll continue working on Final Fantasy XIV for the foreseeable future, probably referencing that line that he had at the announcement showcase saying that Final Fantasy XIV is his life's work, wrapped up in an event talking about reminiscing about the past. This is funny considering I just made a video talking about Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0, and thinking about the past is a big part of that video too. But you know what you don't have to reminisce about? More videos on this channel. So like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this one on gaming, anime, and with that being said, it's been Skipx and I'm out.